Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Battlers video. My name is Zero, and this is the top 8 things to know, I guess, about the Burning Crusade. So before I start, I just want to ask you guys, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm back to making videos again. You guys have been very supportive while I've been gone. But anyway, just to kind of clarify what I mean by the top 8 things to know, I'm talking about mainly the differences between Wrath of the Lich King and Burning Crusade. And not so much like the differences between classes and specs and like how things work better like on one or the other, such as the Feral Druids like a lot worse in in Burning Crusade than Wrath. Not quite that kind of thing. More just like things that you'll notice that are different when you start playing, and you'll understand what I mean very quickly when I start here. One more thing. I don't have a pop filter on my mic right now, so if things are kind of like, you know, if the microphone's kind of like getting abused a little bit, that's because the pop filter is actually in my car, which is gone at the moment, so I'll have that back shortly. Okay, let's get started on this. Well, the first thing is that the Burning Crusade has no achievements. And this is something that a lot of people may already know, but again, I'm talking from the perspective of somebody who's never even touched Burning Crusade. So if you play on the Ice Crown server and you're really curious about what Burning Crusade, how that might be different while you're just playing it, achievements don't exist. So if you really like to hunt achievements, Burning Crusade is not going to work out for you. For some reason, Blizzard decided, hey, we're not going to put this in until later, or they didn't get the brilliant idea for 2 expansions, you know, till Wrath of the Lich King. I don't understand quite why, but anyway, so no achievements. The second thing is the Burning Crusade has no quest help, and this is another really big one that I personally actually liked, but a lot of people will probably find it to be a pretty horrible option. And that is, so when you're questing and you accept the quest, if you go to your map to kind of see where to go, nothing will show up. You literally have to read the quest to figure out where to go. Or, if you've played Wrath of the Lich King a whole lot, you may know where a lot of this stuff already is, which really helps to kind of expedite things. But there's still going to be stuff that you're going to have to go ahead and look up to discover where it is. In addition to this, when you are going up to like mobs that you need to kill for the quest, if you hover your mouse over that mob, in Wrath of the Lich King, it'll actually pop up this little tooltip where it'll say, you know, 0 of 6, you know, or whatever, and you obviously know you have to kill that thing or collect something off that thing. Burning Crusade doesn't have that either. Like, literally, you have to read the quest and read, this is the mob that I need to kill to collect this stuff off of, or to just kill a certain number of these. So it's very, very, it just kind of leaves you in the dark. The third thing is, the quests scribble down, so when you go to accept a quest, you can't just instantly accept the quest. It kind of makes a scribble noise, and line by line the quest text appears. And then also the default controls don't let you auto cast on yourself. So like if you want to cast a buff on yourself and you're not selecting anybody else, if you click that button or hit the hotkey to cast on yourself, it won't do it automatically. Now both these things can be fixed if you go into the settings, kind of like how you can set auto loot in Wrath of the Lich King. You know, you can toggle and untoggle it. You can do the same for these, so those can essentially be the same as Wrath of the Lich King. Well, I'm just letting you guys know, if you go over and you start playing and you're like, what the hell, this is horrible, I have to literally click on myself to cast on myself. You don't. You can untoggle that, and you can untoggle the quest scribbling, so you can just instant accept the quests as well. Number 4. This is another big one that I think a lot of people probably know about, at least to some extent, and that is that the riding is different. Like, when you can train and how much it costs to train is considerably different in Burning Crusade. So in Wrath of the Lich King, it's levels 20 and 40 that you get your 60% and 100% mounts. In Burning Crusade, it's actually level 30 till you get your first mount, and level 60 till you get your second mount. That was kind of a rude awakening for me. I was already at level 20 to go ahead and pick up my mount, and then I realized, oh no, I have to grind another 10 levels out. So yeah, that's something to know. And then I believe both of them are more expensive, but the very noticeable one is the level 60, 100% faster riding, and that stuff, shoot, that costs over 500 gold to train that thing. And so if you're going around, and even if you're using crafting professions, you have to remember that the gold rates in Burning Crusade, I believe, are not, they're normal. They're not as fast as Ice Crown gold rates. And in addition to that, Outland is obviously a lower expansion, so you don't get gold as fast as you do like in Northrend anyway. So getting 500 plus gold, it's a lot of gold, and you will have to level up some professions and grind out some gold that way to get anywhere close to it. I'm mid 60s right now. I still don't have the level 60 riding. Number 5, the travel distance for many quests is much further. Now, I don't know if this is necessarily true or if this is just the way it felt because, I'm not, I don't have my faster riding and I didn't get a mount to level 30 and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure that I was sent across numerous zones with some quests. So it was not uncommon when I was questing for some guy to say, some guy in Arathi Highlands to say, travel to Dunmorrow or travel to Turrisfall Glades or whatever it is. And just to have to go out of your way. I think I had one in like Moonglade. Not Moonglade, no. I had one in Darnassus where they wanted me to go to... where was it? I can't remember. It was oh yeah, Hinterlands. They wanted me to go to the Hinterlands from frickin', Teldrassil. I mean, it was ridiculous. And this stuff seemed to be pretty common. And I don't know if that... See, I've never really played on Alliance. I'm always Horde. And I was playing on Alliance this time because I wanted like a completely new and fresh start. So I don't know if that's just stuff that's normal or not for Burning Crusade or Wrath of the Lich King, but it is something that I noticed where the quest objectives can be much further than they were in Wrath. Number 6, and this is probably just obvious from the way things are going, is that less is handed to you in Burning Crusade. Many skills and abilities are acquired through class quests rather than simply trained at a trainer. And this, if you played early Wrath like I did, you'd remember as like a druid, there are some quests that you can't, or that you would have to do in order to get other abilities. So, for example, and this is strictly from the druid perspective, but I do know that it's true of other classes as well, to get like, I believe it's Abolish Poison for the druid, that's a quest in of itself. To get the bear form, obviously that's a quest in of itself. To get aquatic form, that's a huge ordeal that spans both continents. I mean, that's a big ordeal. I'm sure you guys remember that as well. So there's just a lot of stuff that you need to actually go out of your way in order to get, and the class quests really matter in Burning Crusade a lot more than they do in Wrath. At number 7, and this one, again, Random Dungeon Finder is not available. Most people will already know this, that the RDF was came into existence in Wrath of the Lich King. But needless to say, you need to manually group to go through dungeons. I, again, am nearly 70, and I still have yet to do a single dungeon just because questing is a lot faster in Outland. And then, finally, guys, the big reveal is that ganking doesn't exist in Outland. It just doesn't exist. You cannot be ganked in Outland, and people are so much nicer, they won't gank you. They will not kill you. They will not come over and dick you over right as you're about to loot that final piece that you need to complete your quest. They're not going to come over and kill the quest trainer or the flight trainer or the flight master so you can't fly to where you need to go. None of this is going to happen in Outland. It happens all the time in Wrath, but it's not going to happen in Outland because in Outland, people are just better and more decent human beings. I'm sorry, I can't do this anymore. No, you will get screwed over just as frequently in Outland as you do in Wrath of the Lich King. So, yeah, ignore that. But actually, in all seriousness, though, probably the biggest difference between the two, Odo does not exist. There's no scenarian in trade chat saying how Odo is life, and you're not going to get spammed invited by Odo guilds. There's probably the equivalents. I haven't come across them in Outland, but no Odo. So that is a big, big plus. Anyway, I'm sure I'm leaving out some other stuff, but I want to keep this video a little bit shorter. So anyway, once again, please remember to hit that subscribe button. Please support this channel. I'm really excited about it, and I really want to bring you guys more content, and it just feels really good as a content creator to even see a sub or two. You know, every sub I notice at this level. 300 subs, just hit it. Thank you again, guys, for that. You know, let's hit that 500 mark. So anyway, so thank you so much, everyone, for watching. My name is Zeru, and this is The Babblers.